The story of Greer, South Carolina is not unlike that of hundreds of small towns across America. Located in the foothills of upstate South Carolina, its history follows the early pioneers to its heyday as a railroad town. And today, it's the kind of place where neighbors still watch out for each other, and the Friday night high school game is the talk of the town. 25 years ago, many of those conversations were about Anthony Wise and the Riverside High School boys soccer team.
He was midfielder. He was very good. In fact, he made the varsity team his freshman year and was a starter at every game. The front yard was the soccer field.
Yeah.
And of course there was no traffic back then because there were only 10 or 12 houses here, not very many. So we didn't worry about, the ball going out in the road and that kind of thing.
Anthony sustained a leg injury. In fact, he broke his leg in one of our games. Went through extensive rehab, kept a very positive attitude, and was a good example to the other players. Outstanding leader. He tended to rally those who played with him to be the best that they could be.
Dr. Wise also found an early love of music.
Growing up, he took guitar lessons and played guitar. And one of the professors at Wake Forest played mandolin, and they formed a little band. So he also plays banjo. He loves bluegrass music. I mean, he's done a lot,
It was in Greer that Dr. Wise discovered his true calling in education and leadership.
He was always a leader in everything he did. He read a lot. He was just a great, great kid. From the time he was about 14, I guess, I thought he would be a teacher. Or a preacher. Because when we had Youth Sunday at our church, he was always the one that gave the talk or the sermon. And people would come up afterwards and say, he would make a great preacher.
I think he finally realized what he wanted to do about his junior year, and he really applied himself then and did very well from then through, really all through his graduate school work.
I thought it was wonderful because I never dreamed. We're just ordinary folks that our son could rise to be a president of a college. It was great. He called on the phone, I think, right after he was named. And I started crying. I was just overwhelmed. I can't tell you the feeling I have. It was just unreal. I was just so excited. And of course I congratulated him and told him I was proud of him, and I knew he would make a good president. So the feeling was just overwhelmed at how much he had accomplished.
Family has always been important to Dr. Wise.
Every time Anthony came to Greenville, he made sure that he spent time with his family. He would call and visit his mother. Most of the time they would stay here and they would visit their mother. And then on the way back he had a grandmother in Asheville, and he would always stop and see her. And sometimes it was at great inconvenience. He would have to be early in the morning or late at night, but he never missed seeing his mother, never missed seeing his grandmother.
And sometimes when they were on the way down, they'd have lunch for her, or they had a lot of family reunions up in Knoxville that they get together every year.
I think he's honest and sincere and caring and wants everyone, every student to succeed.
We're a long way from that young Anthony Wise on the soccer fields in Greer, and yet it was in this small town that the man we celebrate today established a foundation rooted in his parents and community. We are fortunate to have Dr. Wise leading our team.